Pikachu EX is a great card that's already seen success in tournament play. It already has a regional championship under its belt, thanks to a first place and second place finish in Sacramento regionals, but that was part of the Miraidon deck where Pikachu EX doesn't attack. So today we're going to explore Pikachu EX as an attacker in Lost Box. Pikachu EX is a basic Stellar Terra Lightning type Pokemon. You can't snipe it from the bench, and its attack cost is weird, which is where the stellar typing comes from. And the attack cost is weird, but the attack is so worth it. With a grass, metal, and lightning energy, you're doing 300 damage, and you discard all this energy off this Pokemon. This is going to be enough to one-hit KO many multi-prize threats in the game. And for the bigger Pokemon, we have ways of fixing the math in this deck. And then Resolute Heart is a fantastic ability where if this would have been one-hit KO'd from full health, you actually set Pikachu's health to 10 instead of getting KO'd, potentially giving you the opportunity to take upwards of 4 prizes with just this Pikachu EX doing Topaz Bolt twice on multi-prize Pokemon. So phenomenal Pokemon here that I think we're not using to its full potential, especially in Miraidon decks where we're not really attacking with Pikachu EX, but we can do so in Lost Box, where Lost Box has the benefits of Mirage Gate, where when you've got 7 cards in the Lost Zone, you get to attach 2 energies of different types to your Pokemon in any way you like, which makes it very easy to power up Pikachu or power up many of the other attackers in this deck, such as Iron Hands, where you can amp you very much and take an extra prize. You can Radiant Greninja and snipe 2 targets for 90 damage. You could even power up Ursaluna, who can swing for 240 a little earlier in the game than for free, right? That season skill ability reduces this attack cost by 1. So if they've taken 2 prizes already, you can just play 1 Mirage Gate and attach from hand to cover that 3 energy cost at that point in the game. But Ursaluna can also be a dangerous attacker later in the game when you don't even need any energy. So that's kind of the big attackers here, but we should take a step back and talk about Comfey, the backbone of this deck. You're going to be playing a bunch of Comfeys on the board where that flower selecting ability, when you're in the active with Comfey, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 in your hand, and then put 1 in the Lost Zone. And this is going to be one of our primary ways of throwing cards into the Lost Zone. And just to keep in mind, Lost Zone cards, they cannot be recovered like cards from the discard pile. So once they're gone forever. Be very careful on what cards you throw into the Lost Zone. We also have Sableye here with its Lost Mind attack. When you've got 10 cards in the Lost Zone, you can drop 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. One of the most devastating moves in the game that we don't really see that much anymore, but also no one's really playing any defense for Sableye. So this is a fantastic time to play this card. We've got Manaphy to protect the bench. Greninja, besides being able to attack with Moonlight Shuriken, concealed cards also helps you throw energy in the discard pile and then draw 2 cards. And then Cramorant is a staple of Lost Box decks, where if you've got 4 cards in the Lost Zone, you can spit innocently for 0 energy and do 110 damage. This deck runs a ton of Switch cards, including 3 copies of Switch and 4 copies of Switch Cart, so that we can ensure that our Comfeys are dancing in and out of the active, and we can pivot in the attackers when we are ready. We've got 1 copy of Crispin here, where it lets you search for 2 basic energy of different types, attach 1 to a Pokemon of your choice, and then put 1 card, the other energy card in your hand. And that can help you get 2 energy on a Pokemon very quickly. I played 1, and it's not in this video, but on my second turn, I was able to charge up a Pikachu out of nowhere, and I only had 1 Comfey and only 1 card in the Lost Zone. And even then, because of Crispin, I was able to get Pikachu online way faster than I would have otherwise. So cool tech here, whether you're powering up Pikachu, Ursaluna, Iron Hands, or what have you. 3 copies of Buddy Poffin to get 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less onto our bench. This can help us get our Comfeys and our Manaphy on the bench when we need them. 2 copies of Lost Vacuum. You get to put 1 of your cards from your hand in the Lost Zone, and then also throw a tool or a stadium that is in play in the Lost Zone as well. Help you build up your Lost Zone while also taking out some cards in play that your opponent would benefit from. 1 copy of Hisuian Heavy Ball lets us search for a basic Pokemon from our prizes and put it into our hand. 1 copy of Gravity Mountain. This is going to be big with Pikachu, where each stage 2 in play, both yours and your opponents get 30 HP less. And that brings Charizard, for example, down to 300 HP, which is the perfect amount for Pikachu to get that one-hit KO in. 2 copies of PokéStop, where you get to discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and any item cards you find there, you get to put into your hand. There will be times when you PokéStop stuff that you don't want to, but we are running an item-heavy build to make that less of a problem. We've got 1 copy of Night Stretcher to recover a Pokemon or a basic energy from our discard pile, put that back into our hand. 4 copies of Super Rod, which lets us recover up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy from our discard pile and put them back into the deck. 1 copy of Cyllene, where you get to flip 2 coins, and for each heads, you get to put a card from your discard pile back to the top of your deck and really help you get some key resources, especially things like Prime Catcher, which normally isn't recoverable. And this lets you switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon into the active, and then you switch one of your bench Pokemon into the active. One of the strongest cards in the game as our ace spec. Also, besides being able to snipe out big targets, could be using this as a way of getting your Comfeys in the active to throw more cards in the Lost Zone before you go in for that big swing. We've already talked about Mirage Gate, getting to accelerate energy. 1 copy of Pal Pad throws 2 supporters from your discard pile back into your deck. We are a little thin on supporters like Cyllene and Boss, which is why we have those in there, and sometimes you might need it just to get your Colresses back in there as well, which we'll talk about in a sec. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basic Pokemon down. 1 copy of Rescue Board, which reduces retreat cost by 1, giving us a pivot and making us less reliant on switch cards. And then Colress's Experiment is another big card in Lost Zone decks, where you get to look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put 3 of them in your hand, and then 2 in the Lost Zone. Those first 2 turns or so, you really want to be playing Colress every time, so you can build up your Lost Zone and get Mirage Gates rolling. Then we've got a wild count of energy here, including 3 water, 2 lightning, 2 grass, 1 psychic, and 2 metal. The 3 water allows us to attack with Greninja. The lightning, grass, and metal are for Pikachu and Iron Hands as well. And then the 1 copy of psychic energy for Sableye. So generally speaking, Lost Box likes to go second. You're going to want to get a couple of Comfeys down, the Greninja, and then ideally you're attacking turn 1, going second with Cramorant. And then ideally by turn 2, you're going to be in a position to Mirage Gate to either a Pikachu, Iron Hands, or an Ursaluna, maybe even a Greninja to start your big offense. And then towards the end of the game, you could be either using Sableye to snipe out some targets on the bench, or Ursaluna for those big swings at the end. All right, let's get to these matches. Not necessarily a bad start, especially if we can get Pikachu set up here. Now, we really need to get some Comfeys on the board here. Unfortunately, they have... Yeah, Pikachu would be amazing. Take out a Goldango and tank a hit, because they're not really built to do incremental chip damage. Now, if they get the Dusknoir set up, assuming I think this is a build that has the Togekiss tech. Oh, if it's Greninja, it could be like the old style with the Palkia, but we'll see. We'll see. I didn't see any water energy here. We got double Colress, which is nice, but we need more. Uh-oh, this is not... I think we have to take these 3. We have to let that Colress go, because we are short on cards right now. And, like, Comfeys, please. Where are you at? Where are you at? Come on! Oh, no. Oh, no. 2 in the Lost Zone. We have nothing else. I actually should have kept the Cram. Wow. Embarrassing. Didn't hit a single Comfey to start. I think this is a good match for us in the grand scheme of things, but not like this. Not like this. Come on. And the Rigid Band too? Okay. How do we... I think we can afford to go down 2 to get set up, at which point we bring in... Yeah, the Pikachu is going to be our big X factor here. But, like, step 1, like, can we get some Comfeys on the board? Because right now, we can't do much of anything. They must have it here, right? They must. And they got rid of a Goldango, too. Interesting choice. Oh, they can't attack right now? Are you kidding me? That feels like a horrible mistake. All right, let's go. Can we make up for it here? Comfey, Pikachu. And I think we take the Buddy Poffin at this point. And we let the Gravity Mountain go. We've got 4 in the Lost Zone. We can swing, and I think we need to get some more pieces down. Do we need... I think we go for 2 Comfeys right now. That might be too much. Admittedly, might be too much. Let's go and... we'll grab a heavy ball here. And we'll grab Manaphy. I don't think we're at risk. And do we just go in with the Switch Cart? Right now we've got 5. And I don't think we bother trying to hit. I don't think we bother trying to hit, because if we're trying to go for a Pikachu attack anyway, then we should just go for that KO. And did we burn? Here, let's go retreat. And we're going to get to 7, but I don't think we're going to get the attack off. Not right this second. Oh, we have to keep this lightning energy. Oh! We're going to be 1 piece short. Yeah, we need 1 more switch out. That's unfortunate. I think we leave it at this. But Pikachu should take them out on the following turn. And then we're fine. Right now, I'm not seeing any clear route for them to break through Resolute Heart. And we have 2 Mirage Gates right now. That's fantastic. They've got the Energy Search Pro and another Rigid Band. All right. You know, grab your energy. That's fine. I mean, they only need 1 right now. And yeah, they've been... This is very much the match for Pikachu to pop off. 15 cards? Are you kidding me? Okay, they go in with the Fez. They've bench locked themselves. All right, cool. They'll have all the energy in the world, but... Now, please tell me we have the energy that in the deck for Mirage Gate stuff. Let's go. I'm gonna Mirage Gate right now, and we need grass and metal. We still have 1 of each. And then the lightning is in hand, so let's go and attach those 2 to Pikachu. And we can flower select. We'll go grab... Ooh... Prime Catcher, yes, I want that. And we are at 8 in the Lost Zone. We can get to... Oh, we threw away the Lost Vacuum, didn't we? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We are going to go in with Pikachu. We're going to Topaz Bolt for 270? I think that's still the KO. Yep. And we tank this next hit, and we should be fine. Okay, we get a Grass Energy. That's fantastic. We will Super Rod in the Metal and the Lightning. Oh, well, we'll Super Rod all that stuff in. That's fine. And with the way that our cards are right now, I think we go after the Pheasantipity. Oh, we can go after this Goldengo too. But yeah, this is a pretty cool attack line here. Oh no, not the Canceling Cologne. Okay, that's still fine. That's still fine. We actually have a way of breaking through that still, as long as they don't hand disrupt us. But it does suck that they're able to crack through. I'm guessing they only run one Canceling Cologne, and they've also almost run out of cards here. So sure, burn all that. We can still make this work. We can still make this work. How many Canceling Colognes do you got? I can't imagine you having much more. So let's go and Super Rod back in the Pikachu, the Grass, and oh no, the Lightning and the Metal. And let's go throw Pikachu down. And we'll Mirage Gate again. So Lightning, Metal. Grass, and what can we Heavy Ball for? Nothing here. The Psychic Energy is stuck. That's actually good to know, so we can't Sableye in this match, which is unfortunate. Let's go Flower Select. And we'll go grab a Water Energy here. And is there any benefit to having... I mean, we can just... Yeah, let's just go and conceal cards to throw that. Do we need to get any more in the Lost Zone? No, I don't think so. Not right this second. We can Night Stretcher for... I mean, that can get us another Pikachu or something. But right now, I think we're okay. And let's hold on to that Switch Cart. Do we hold on? Getting to 10 gets a Sableye, but like Sableye doesn't really move the needle here. Let's go and just go into Pikachu here. And we will Topaz Bolt. Actually, you know what? I probably should have gone to 10 so that we can find another Mirage Gate here. And we'll take these two prizes. We get a Crispin. How many Colognes you got? And Ursaluna does 240 damage. We can still win. They probably don't run Hand Disruption. Like, even if they take out this Pikachu, then we Ursaluna the Pheasantipity, and that's a game. There's no way they take 3 prizes here. And I'm pretty sure they don't run Hand Disruption. So even if we don't find... Oh. Okay. Okay, if they take out the Greninja, I think we're actually okay, because now we just have to... We can Crispin onto Ursaluna, and then we can go and attack the Fez. But let's see what we get here in terms of just... Yeah, thin the deck. Oh, no valid cards. We shake up our hand. I don't know if that's worth it. Let's go Flower Select. Can we find a Mirage Gate here? I guess we'll grab the Sableye. I don't know if it matters too much. I think we're fine, and I'm overthinking this. Let's go and retreat. We'll Flower Select again. We do find a Mirage Gate. And do we... Yeah, do we just blast with the Pikachu? Hold on. Let's go and throw... Oh, I need a third energy, though. I guess we can if we go and... I want to blast with Pikachu a third time. So Let's go and Super Rod back in. Ooh, actually, you know, yeah, we go grab these two, and then I'll use the Night Stretcher to grab the third one. So I'll just grab these three. Let's make sure I sequence this right. Okay. And we'll Mirage Gate the Grass and the Lightning to Pikachu. And I know I am overcomplicating this a little bit here. Let's go Night Stretcher for that Metal Energy. And we'll Switch Cart in the Pikachu. And we'll go and Blast for 300 damage for game. Pikachu going absolutely crazy in that matchup. And they did have to cancel Link Alone to break through one of the... Yeah, to break through one of the... break through the Resolute Heart one of those times. But they weren't able to get through the other times. They were able to gust around a little bit. But Pikachu going absolutely nuts. That the amount of damage it does is crazy. Pretty much one hit KOing everything that is in a stage 2, and with the Mountain Stadium, you can knock out pretty much every stage 2 as well. And that just flowed really nicely for us. And we did have other options. We could have just gone in with the Ursaluna and Prime Catchered, but I did want to show Pikachu just going crazy there. So pretty awesome flow to that one. GG's. What the hell are we fighting against right now? Okay. Let's see what we can do. 3 Colress is fantastic off the rip. Comfey, Switch. Okay. We get a Comfey. That's great. Flower selecting. Let's go. I think we take the Buddy Poffin here. And let's go... We're not going to need Manaphy, right? Well, what if... If they play Delphox, we need that... Oh, we're going to throw out 2 Comfeys right now? Oh, no, it's just... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Can we get a Switch card here? And then we can spit innocently. Switch card. Okay. Losing Cyllene does suck. It does suck. But we've got 4 in the Lost Zone. And we didn't even have to PokéStop here. And maybe we should PokéStop? No, I don't want to give them... I don't want to give them anything right now. Our hand is pretty good, all things considered. So let's just spit innocently for... And we can... No, we'll hold on to... We'll hold on to our energy for now. So we'll just spit innocently for 110. Christian asked, to be fair, I really like the deck, but I've always wondered if I want one Latias to switch one Pokemon. Maybe. Yo! Come on. At the very least, they're not swinging for 260 on the Ursaluna. Now, having 290 HP is annoying. I still don't know how our opponent's deck works here. Yeah, if they're just swinging for 60, like, that's fine. Next turn could be a problem. But let's see. We've got 4. 4 in the Lost Zone. We're gonna get a switch out, right? We have to hit a switch out here. Yep, Switch Cart. Crispin's good. We'll grab that Lightning Energy too. Yeah. Okay. Can we get Pikachu online in this turn right here? Please. If we can get Pikachu on Mirage Gate. Okay. Yeah, I think we got it. I think we got it. So we go Pikachu. Please tell me we have the energy in the deck. So we need a metal. Let's just make sure here. A metal and a grass. We have the lightning in hand. Grass, metal. We only have one grass. That's crazy. All right. Let's go grab this lightning. And we are going to blast this gouging fire for 300 damage. And our opponent's probably in a terrible spot. They are in a terrible spot right now. I have no idea what deck they're playing. Some sort of gouging fire box. And let's throw all this energy back. And hopefully we can get all those pieces again. Wrathful Hearth. Okay, let's go. If we... Do we actually PokéStop first? And no, we Colress first. Let's Colress first. And Greninja's not going to... Okay, we'll take the Super Rod. We'll take the Lightning Energy. And I don't think we need a fourth Colress at this point. Yeah, we can just get the other ones back with Pal Pad. That's fine. Now, I'm still short a Mirage Gate here, so we can't do anything. Oh, speaking of... Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Let's go throw that back in. So we have a lightning in hand. Pikachu going crazy right now. Let's go and grass, metal. Lightning. And Pikachu swings again for 300 damage. We arguably could have thrown the Pokéstop in the Lost Zone as well. And this is kind of the best case scenario for this deck. Yeah, we have the grass energy. Like, we let it rip one more time with Pikachu. Yeah, if they're just attaching here. And pray. Mimikyu. Okay. That's fine. That's actually fine. Yeah, if they want to bring in the Mimikyu, we have Cramorant for that. Okay. And let's see if we can get a Switch card in the next little bit here. Pokéstop. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're laughing here. Let's go and switch cart. We'll bring up. And yeah, let's go and Super Rod again. And we'll throw that grass, water back in. And we can even Crispin here because we have nothing else going on. Let's go and grab the metal and the grass. And lightning we haven't... no. We want the lightning. So we'll go and put the metal in our hand. And we'll attach the lightning here. And now, one of the bigger concerns... Oh, okay. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah. Spit innocently. 110. And then Pikachu can just come in and sweep. Not the most exciting match, but... Green Razzle spit on that Mimikyu. But this is kind of the best case scenario for this deck. And something to keep in mind, and we can possibly showcase this in this following turn, is that... Oh, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it, but... Here, we can Mirage Gate here. You only have to discard 3 energy from Pikachu. So if you can attach 2 other ones, right? Let's go and attach... Actually, let's go and attach the water. And the lightning. Here we go. Right, and we still have the grass, right? We can go and bring Pikachu up. And you swing for 300... And then you discard... You only have to discard 3, so you can still have 2 more energy ready to rock, and now we can attack again. And that time, Pikachu was absolutely ridiculous. Now, I don't know what our opponent was playing there. That could have been very bad draws. That could have been maybe a newer player just trying to figure things out. But regardless, we did kind of showcase the best case scenario. We hit the perfect lines for Pikachu where it was able to attack over and over and over again for 300 damage, taking multiple prizes. And even if they'd swung, Pikachu can take the hit and then swing again, and that's still 4 prizes, which is absolutely nuts. So we'll take that win. GG's. Wow. I mean, we have the Buddy Poffin, and we do have PokéStop, so we can make some stuff happen here. We're up against Regidrago, and Regidrago is a horrible matchup for us. We do have Manaphy down, though, and Manaphy's great. It will block the Kyurem attack, but I know they don't know that we have Kyurem yet. Or they don't know that they're up against Lost Box yet, but I know they're chomping at the bit. Regidrago loves this matchup, and this is a horrible matchup for us. This is the one deck you want to dodge more than anything. What is the... Let's pull up Limitless here and see what that matchup spread looks like. And I have a bad habit of looking this up in the middle of matches where I look at the matchup data and see what the percentages are. Yeah, Lost Box wins at 41%. So it's not good. It's not good. It's not the worst, but certainly not great. They'll probably get Squawkabilly down here. And let's see what we can do. Wow, they even run Carmine. Hyper aggressive build of Regidrago, and they get a second Drago down. Very smart. Now, do they have any dragon Pokemon? They've got Giratina down. Giratina is, currently not going to do anything. I'm not going to, they wouldn't want to burn it, having to get rid of 2 energy to knock out nothing, like a single prizer. Yeah, I think the thing, to the point about looking at the matchup spreads, is they'll look at a match and oftentimes see that, oh, this deck is bad against this one, and therefore I should win, I should lose, right? And that's a bad mentality, because just because you have a bad matchup doesn't mean you have an impossible matchup. Oftentimes. There are some matches that are basically impossible in this game, but this is not one of them. 40% means you still win 4 out of 6 or 4 out of 10. Okay. Let's go attach, and we'll retreat. And then we'll PokéStop here on the next one to try and get some pieces. Heavy Ball or Night Stretcher. I'm gonna go Heavy Ball and see what we have. Losing the Night Stretcher does kind of suck, though. No, that was a waste because there's nothing. Okay. Can we get something? Yeah. And we just lost an Iron Hand. We got a Mirage Gate, which does nothing for us right now. And we've thrown Iron Hands in the discard pile. So not a good sequence there. Only 2 in the lost zone. They're gonna get Regidrago up, and I have to believe they're gonna hit some E-switches. And we are so far behind that I'm not sure we're gonna be able to recover from this. But Manaphy is the one thing that stops them from just Kyureming our board and completely wiping us out. Oh, well, there's the Kyurem. And there's Prime Catcher. If they take out the Manaphy now, we have to now set up Manaphy again, or we're just dead. And I think Pikachu is going to be our main attacker here. Pikachu can one-shot Regidrago while also tanking a hit. But like that requires us to get 7 in the Lost Zone. We have only 2. We didn't find Colress on that first run. And this is feeling very miserable. They probably have Cyrano. Interesting choice, but sure. I can't hate. We're potentially about to lose here. Yeah, especially if they have Canceling Cologne, like we're absolutely done. All right, they throw out. They're down to 11 cards. What's even left? Do they have? They must. Are they struggling that hard for e-searches right now? No way. No way. It can't be. Just pop off already. You have 8 cards left. And they get rid of our PokéStop. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. Okay. I mean, we're still so far behind. I don't know if we can even make anything happen here. Like, are we just gonna win because they... Okay. Greninja... Yeah, I think we take the Greninja to just try and dig for more cards, even if that means we lose a Mirage Gate here. And Jamming Tower doesn't hurt us right now. Let's get rid of this Metal Energy. And we finally find a Colress. Let's go. We keep the Metal. We keep a Colress. And let's keep a Switch card here. And I don't think we can attack. This is insane. We've got 6 in the Lost Zone. I could Super Rod to get the... might be okay to... no, Iron Hands isn't really going to help us out here. Jamming Tower, yeah. I think we just leave it. And hopefully we don't get blasted into oblivion here. Oh, boss, Manaphy, Canceling Cologne. This is probably it. This is probably it. I had false hope. Do they have it? Or they're just gonna Apex Dragon. Okay. So this is not over. This is not over. They're gonna soften up Greninja. And probably soften up the Comfeys and try and go for a Kyurem, take out everything in one go. Play on the following turn. Yeah. Okay. Still only down 1. If we go and heal... Yeah, we can't heal enough off the Greninja here. Even with the Switch Cart, they're gonna be able to yeah, we'd only heal 3 max. So, let's go and I think we have to throw Manaphy back in. And we'll go Lightning. And we can keep Iron Hands in there for now. I don't think we need Iron Hands right this second. Let's go Colress. The Lightning, I guess Cram, and these are miserable. Okay, sure. Where's our Pikachu? Please. Let's go actually conceal cards here. Out to Pikachu, please. We have so many pieces and we don't have any attackers. There's Pikachu, but then we have to lose Ursaluna? Are you kidding me? Bro. Okay. Okay. Please tell me there's the grass. Here's the metal. We don't get Kyurem down, though. And that could be a problem. Or we don't get Manaphy down. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to have to pray they are not getting that back up. They need a lot. So we blast the Regidrago. And hopefully they overextended. There's our Manaphy. Now, do they have E-Switch, Fire Energy, Regidrago, V-Star? And they might. They might. They've still got 2 more left. At which point, like, yeah, Fire Energy, the Fez, they're going to go all the way down. But do they have... Because we can still, even if they blast these 3, we're technically still in the game. Actually, should have checked the energy counts to see how much energy we still have. Yeah, E-Switch. I'm guessing they have 1 more. And they are down to, like, nothing in their cards. Are we just going to survive off attrition here? Yeah, they're going... They just burned all of it? Are you kidding me? They get the second E-Switch, but, like, they're not going to win. Yeah, you get your Kyurem attack off, and you've burned all your cards. Okay, I still want to play it to see if we can knock out this Regidrago. I still want that. Oh, wait, they're going to take out the Pikachu? No! I mean, we still win. Yeah, kind of a rough start. Weird match. We won because they kind of overextended there and dug deep. I think they really wanted the Kyurem play, and Manaphy kind of held the fort down. And thankfully, Pikachu was able to just, like, blast that Regidrago. And yeah, they went with the Swinging Feet, the Executor attack. And they did take out Pikachu, but they had 0 cards left, and there was nothing they could do. Oh, we're up against another Lost Box deck. Awkward mirror match. Let's see what we can do, though. Do we get down a Greninja with the Nest Ball? I think we get down a Greninja with the Nest Ball and discard that energy and see what we can do. Sorry, still dealing with a bit of a cough here. I know, it's been like months at this point. I think I'm towards the end of it. I have been getting, like, slowly but surely better, but still dealing with the cough and the congestion and stuff. Man, when you get older, you just deal with stuff for longer. It's not fun. Would not recommend getting older. And not to mention just the random pains that you get. Like, just someday you'll just be like, ow, my back hurts, and then you're just, like, done for the day. It's awkward, man. All right, they're gonna go... I'm guessing they run a very similar list, if not the same. Get some water here, and we'll see how we do in the mirror match. Lost Box is not a strong suit of mine in the slightest. Okay, they run... Oh yeah, this is probably the same list. Man, they popped off. Okay, Manaphy does protect us from the potential Greninja Snipe, which is a play that can happen in this deck. And, oh, we just top deck Buddy Poffin. Fantastic. Let's go. And let's go and also grab a Greninja. We've prized the Pikachu. We've prized the Pikachu. So that's good to know. I mean, we are in the mirror match, so there are lots of smaller targets. Maybe Iron Hands becomes a factor here. And, ooh, Mirage Gate. I think we grab the Rescue Board. Yeah, I think we have to grab the Rescue Board here. Does suck losing that Grass Energy. But, okay, let's go and start pulling some pieces here. I should have actually looked to see if we even have Cramorant. Losing a Lightning, can we afford that? Or do we just get rid of the Rod? I think we keep the Lightning. And let's go and dig back. And we go grab... I can't get rid of that second energy. We've already thrown a grass in there. And let's go PokéStop, see what we get. Okay. Not a lot. So we'll just go attach energy to the Greninja, potentially getting a Greninja Snipe play later. And we're just going to have to wait. Thankfully, we ourselves are protected from a Greninja Snipe in the immediate term. Unless they play, like... like a Prime Catcher canceling Cologne. Y'all mind if I throw down a Cough Lozenge here? Oh, okay. They protect themselves, too. So let's see how they roll from here. Yeah, Lost Boxes, I definitely feel not great in this match. I think Lost Box is just not a archetype that I'm comfortable with. And we were trying to do this earlier on stream. And, like, I think just the really wonky hands that I seem to end up with, and maybe it's just because I'm not comfortable or I don't play this archetype enough. I know that this deck is can be absolutely amazing in the right hands, and I just don't. I don't think I've put the time in to really master this and understand the lines and what resources you have to keep and what you have to get rid of in any given moment. It's a lot. It's a lot of thinking, and then lots of prize mapping as well of, like, at what point are you Mirage Gating to your big attacker? When are you trying to Sableye? So on and so on. So they're going to get a Cram here. They've got... how many? They've also got 4 in the... oh, they threw away their Pikachu. Okay. I mean, I don't hate that for them. I don't hate that for them. We've got 2 Mirage Gates here, which is fantastic. If we can get an Iron Hands. If we can get an Iron Hands set up. And that is a maybe. Maybe. Let's go and Colress here. Can we find... oh my goodness. Okay. I think we need that Colress for later. Where is Iron Hands? Please. Iron Hands, come on. This is where... okay. We've gotten rid of 3 switch outs. I think we have to keep the Rod. Yeah, we keep 2 Rods. 2 of them are already in the Lost Zone. I will get rid of the Grass Energy here. Can we find an out? There's Iron Hands. Okay, we have all 4 Mirage Gates, which is fantastic, but we have to get that energy back into the deck. So let's go and throw all of that back in. And we've got 7 in the Lost Zone, and we can start to pop off here. So we'll go Lightning, Water. And do we actually set up for a Greninja later? Because I have the energy. And I could put Water on the Greninja just to threaten. Right? Metal, Water. Yeah, and we'll attach from hand for that last one. And let's go retreat. And do we need a second Comfey in play? Or are we going to just do Sableye stuff next? Let's go and... yeah, let's PokéStop here. Then... ooh, losing the mountain. Could kind of suck. Let's go and grab... yeah, Ursaluna or Pikachu here. I think we grab Ursaluna. And I don't think we need the Pal Pad here. I would probably want a Pal Pad for boss. And I'm going to put down a second Comfey just to give us some more options. And let's go Amp. We'll take these two prizes. We get another Colress. I think Psychic Energy is still in play. So we could start doing Sableye things. Let's see how they sequence their turn now. They've got 4 in the Lost Zone. They've lost their Pikachu. They probably have Ursaluna still. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled that out at this point to take the one-hit KO on the hands. At which point we probably go Sableye and start softening some things up. Oh! Did they just play for nothing? Did they prize it? Do they have Heavy Ball? I don't see why they would have bricked on the Nest Ball for no reason. Like, their hand is gigantic. I think they've prized whatever they were looking for. Oh, Prime Catcher is... I mean, Prime Catcher's good. Oh, here's the Iron Hands. They're going to go after... yeah, they're probably going to go after, like, the Greninja here and get rid of that snipe play. And then we probably go in with our Ursaluna to take out the Iron Hands. Yep. Yeah, Prime Catcher. Yeah, I would go after the Greninja if I were them. But that leaves Iron Hands for us still. Okay, yeah, Counter Catcher up. Oh, they're going to take out the Comfey. Interesting. Okay, I mean, they take out the one with the board, so that gives us fewer pivot options. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Let's go and bring in the Comfey. And we will... do we Colress first? Or do we get the Ursaluna online? So we need to attach... they've taken 3 prizes, so 1 Mirage Gate should do it. So let's go and throw that energy back in the deck. Oh, do we not have energy back in? That's a waste of a rod. That's a horrible waste of a rod. Yeah, all our energy's here, so let's go Mirage Gate. We have 2 energy left. That's not accounted for. So yeah, horrible waste of a rod. And we will go grab that Night Stretcher. And let's go grab... at this point, what do we even... yeah, I think we can thin even more. We can grab Boss for sure. Vacuum... no, Vacuum might come in handy. Cramp might come in handy. And let's go bring in the Ursaluna, swinging for 240. I don't see a world where they're taking 3 prizes on the following turn. If they have Briar and like a Terapagos or something, which I doubt, and even then they're not taking us out. So We should have multiple routes to victory at this point, whether it is the Ursaluna, whether it's the Iron Hands. Let's see where things go from here. They get their Ursaluna in. And they're going to play Colress, so we're not going to get hand disrupted here. I don't think Lost Box plays Unfair Stamp. Wait, they had Prime Catcher, so yeah, we don't have to worry about hand disruption at this point. So, regardless... actually, yeah, if they... I don't know, they're not going to be able to gust up. If they have Counter Catcher, they could gust up Iron Hands, and then that would be awkward. Oh, they... yeah. Okay, this is awkward now. This is awkward now. How do we get around this? How do we get around this? Because they just need one prize. We only have one Mirage Gate left. We have to Pikachu, right? I think that's what it comes down to. Okay. That's what that's what it's gonna be. Then oh, do we have any more grass energy though? Hold on. Let's go Mirage Gate. No, we don't. The grass energy's on the Ursaluna. So that's horrifying. Can we? And the psychic energy's on there. Oh man, we have screwed this up. Let's go and... yeah, I don't... damn it. Yeah, bringing in the Ursaluna to do 240 is not good. If we go and retreat... yeah, we PokéStop just thin. But, like, they haven't... oh my goodness, that was a terrible, terrible PokéStop. If we just retreat and we swing with the Ursaluna, they're not KOing us right this second. And maybe that's the play. But, like, yeah, having the grass energy on here and then having another grass energy here is absolutely brutal. So I think we just have to swing for 240 and pray. Yeah, the Pikachu would have been ready there. Yeah, putting the grass energy on. Yeah, if they can switch boss. And I have to imagine they can do it. I have to imagine they can do it. They're down to 0 cards. If they can't do it now, this is over. Oh, they just Sableye. And they just knock out. Damn it. No. That was a good match, though. Yeah, going after the Iron Hands was pretty clutch. And I thought I had him in a good spot. And we could have won. Again, like Lost Box and just being able to figure out which resources you need when. And yeah, we trapped ourselves putting the Psychic and the Grass on the Ursaluna when we did. And then we didn't have a good answer when they were able to return KO. Really disappointing, but good match. Good match. Lesson learned. We'll try and sequence that better for the next one and just try and keep in mind like what energies are where, because the deck can get really tight. That's really disappointing. I really wanted to win that, but GG's to our opponent. There we go. That is a look at Lost Box with Pikachu EX. This is a deck that has been on the rise of late. We haven't quite seen it pop off in-person play just yet, but it's a very popular deck in online play, and it definitely gets better with Pikachu EX kind of serving as that heavy hitter, and it hits harder than as a basic Pokemon than anything that the Lost Box deck has had before. Even Giratina, I mean, Giratina does instant KO, but it does not hit 300 damage clean. Giratina caps at 280 before you put on damage modifiers, and Giratina is also an evolution Pokemon, and getting sniped out with Giratina V is horrifying, but Pikachu you can just drop in as you need and then hit 300, maybe even 330 damage if you've got the Stadium as well. And not to mention all the other great attackers in this deck, from Iron Hands, Ursaluna, Greninja, Cramorant, and Sableye. So when all strung together, this can be an absolutely deadly combination. But do keep in mind, Lost Box is one of the hardest decks to play. It's a deck that archetype that I've never fully gotten comfortable with, and I don't know if I'm going to play much more Lost Box. I don't necessarily miss it, but I do love the fact that it does give Pikachu EX an opportunity to shine as an attacker, and for that I am grateful for. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what's the best way to play Pikachu EX? Yeah, in the meantime, I gotta get out of here. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website InThirdPerson.com for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.